No, absolutely. We'll get by. We'll get smart enough. We're already seeing the pushback now in a lot of ways. A lot of this focuses on what we've done at education. Why didn't we have these fights 30 years ago? And the answer is we knew too much about our own history. I mean, I just pulled some things. Rob, I'm surrounded with 160,000 pieces of original history from Columbus all the way through landing on the moon. And so a lot of that relates to Black history that we no longer teach. If you happen to be in Indiana, you're in the Hoosier State. Where'd you get that name? A Black evangelist named Harry Hoosier in the Second Great Awakening. His converts went there. How many people who live in Indiana know that they're named after a Black evangelist? Probably very few. How many know that the guy who brought an end to the American War for Independence, according to Lafayette, is a Black double spy named James Armistead, who brought the war to an end? Without that, it might have gone much longer. Who knows that so many of the heroes we had in military battles, like the Battle of Bunker Hill, was a Black hero named Peter Salem, another one named Salem. We just don't know that anymore. Amazing. We don't know the first Black man to receive a degree of higher education in America, which, by the way, was a soldier under George Washington, was a Minuteman in Massachusetts. There's so many things that go back.
That's amazing.
Even just one more example.
Is amazing.
That's a piece of currency from 1880. It is signed right down here at the bottom by Blanche Kelso Bruce. And Blanche Kelso Bruce is the first Black man to serve a full term in the U.S. Senate. He's the first Black man to be nominated for Vice President of the United States back in 1880. No major party did it until 1880. Who hears about him? That currency signed by a Black person in 1880, that he was nominated for vice president? We don't hear that today.
That's amazing. You don't hear that? You don't hear any of that. And our education is terrible in this country. We got to get rid of the teachers' unions, and maybe these kids will learn something in school. David Barton, we appreciate you coming on. That was really good. Thank you so much. You made me feel better. And I'm from Indiana, and I didn't know that story, so I learned something too. Thank you, sir.
Great. Thanks, Rob.